Welcome back, everyone. And tonight, I've been in Babylon too long. I'm starting to see puzzle items everywhere. Technobabylon is a 2017 point-and-click adventure game from indie dev Technocrat Games. Pretty much a one-and-done... 2015, I'm sorry. Pretty much a one-and-done studio published under the Wajidai banner. It's set in kind of a Deus Ex/Demolition Man future, where there's been various destabilizing events alongside massive leaps in technology. The standard cyberpunk stuff. You got your futuristic city contrasted with mentions of war and devastation on the outside, but there's a surprising amount of work going into the lore, and a not bad mystery fueling the plot. But this was part of a poll on single points of failure, and unfortunately this game has a lot to nitpick. Hey, you got in! Got sent in my phone. Nice! Good to have you here, Kren. But anyway, yeah, this game has a fair bit to nitpick. Some of it's minor, typical stuff for the adventure game genre, obtuse puzzle solutions, sociopathic behavior by the protagonists, but also the plot is a little too complicated for its own good. There's one scene in particular that I'll highlight as neatly encapsulating every problem with this game, and it's a shame because I do like some of what it's doing. We'll be playing through dueling perspectives, one an unemployed slacker roped into a bigger mystery, and the other a pair of cops answering to the AI that runs the city. That's totally legit, and both have some interesting details to their plot arcs. Hey AI, it's good to see you. Good to have you here. But yeah, there are some recurring puzzle elements that actually work well with the game's themes. It explores the idea of online and offline personas, concepts of identity and transhumanism, the idea of our social personas as masks, extreme examples of genetic manipulation, lots of good high-concept sci-fi stuff. And the problem is the puzzles become very abstract, and the plot's kind of a mess, and individual behavior starts being a bit hard to justify. You don't go... what's a good example of really crazy, pacey behavior? You don't go full normality, let's say. We're not building a rocket as a terror campaign against an oppressive government, that kind of thing. But we do some things that are definitely a bit wrong. We'll discuss it as we go, so let's get started.
Looks like you found the place.
You're sure this is the one?
I'm positive.
Did the volume
Latha
spike?
Sesame goes by mandala in the trance. There's a big gap in the records, and it's shaped exactly like her.
I thought you said he put a lot of effort into it.
They've been hiding her activity, but weren't covering up their own work very well.
If they did, then I...
How are the headaches?
Won't be a problem for much longer.
You understand the plan?
Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. After all, I've been planning this for years.
Right. We'll find out what their deal is over time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust the audio because it seems like they spiked it on me. It's always annoying.
There's nothing like being in trance. A world built of abstracts and intellect, of tangible thought, where every part has been crafted by an individual soul. It's the purest form of contact a person can have, mind to mind. It's the pinnacle of human achievement. Some might say that achievement in the physical world is somehow more meaningful. To them I say, join the future or be surpassed by it. Within the trance, we are millions of minds as one. But even as far as we've come, there's still one serious flaw. Its reliance on the real world as its backbone.
Hey, Riz, good to have you here.
Damn. Don't panic. I'll just go and speak to the building manager. It's not like there's anything to be afraid of out there. Let's get this over with.
Alright. Now, just a sec. Let me get the menu thing back up. That should be alright. But anyway, yes. This here is the character that those two before us, those two in the cutscene were just talking about. Yeah, damn that real world needing to exist to have virtual worlds. Yeah, we're getting to the straight to the crux of this character, basically. But yeah, this here is Mandala, real name Latha, and we're right away starting to explore the split between online and offline personas. Here online, she is stylish, she is knowledgeable, she's perfectly at home in her environment, whereas she's content to let her real self waste away. Let's get out of here and we will see what's going on. So, let's see. Mailbox, trance, here we go. Alright. From City of Newton, received 10 July 2087. So, Miss Sesame, this message is to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. If you do not inform us of absences, you risk losing housing support from the city. You've been receiving city support benefit for 711 days, and we hope that you will be able to improve your circumstances soon. Alright. Lieutenant Colonel O'Shea, huh? A proposal. Dear Sir, Miss, my name is Marcus O'Shea. I am the Chief Financier for the Oklahoma General Martin Carter. His recent death at the hands of a rival warlord has left me with 150,000 quanta of his finance. If you will allow me to transfer you through your bank accounts, I can offer to share. So yeah, even in the future we have spam email. But also this kind of gives you an interesting bit of world building because yeah, it's implying that there has been severe strife, if not outright civil war in the United States, and other things elsewhere paint kind of a dire picture of the future. Where we are is kind of like this safe-ish cyberpunk city, but there is assuredly bad stuff that has happened in the last few decades. Anyway, from T.I. Root, let's see. Hey, Dala. Seems like we haven't seen you in years. No idea if you've heard, but there's a big game coming up the Rotunda. If you're up for leaving your apartment, we can probably get you a place on the team. Yeah, good luck with that, T.I. Root. Okay, EXS Pharma. Do you want the extra interface speed without the extra cost? Extra speed with extra farm. Open attached image for more order info. Nice. Huh, what's this? Oh, you actually downloaded it. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Mandala, how did you stay online this long while downloading random stuff? Jesus Christ. Basic operational security, people. What are we teaching the kids these days? Okay, Toxic Sigma. Rogue Guide. Yo, Dala, good hearing from you. Though I know it really means you want something. No, really means you want something. Basically, yes, the batch of blue wetware you got is cracked. So you can grow it yourself, just don't gray goo your place. Needs a few things. Water, since that makes up 99% of it. Nutrition, it's an organism after all. Heat, and the normal stuff cause it to break down, but this blend is activated instead. So, more on that soon. But basically, we're in the far enough in the future that we are experimenting with nanotech. Now, what's this?
No, I'm not storing that in my brain. Not unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
Alright. So here's her in real life.
Better go and talk to the building manager. Ah! Ouch!
The perils of automatic doors. This is the stuff Star Trek doesn't tell you.
Password error, huh? I guess the door's broken too. Contact manager. I'm trapped?
For the first time that you can remember, the prospect of staying inside your apartment is frightening to you. Alright. So we essentially have an escape the room situation.
Ugh, no. Last time I reached into the pile, there was stuff growing in it.
But yeah, as you can see, she's kind of living in squalor. She's let her real self waste away. As far as she's concerned, she can hole up in her apartment and subsist on nutrient paste for the rest of her life, as long as she can get on and stay there. Which I think is a good contrast for this opening puzzle, where suddenly she's trapped in a room and she is unable to leave. Let me, make a small adjustment here. There we go. Exactly, it's a point-and-click game.
No. Last time I reached into the...
Yeah. Alright.
I usually keep clothes in here. Looks like I need to go to the support office to get more printed.
Let's see. So we gotta look around and
Nothing
find a
in
way
here.
out. Yeah, honestly,
Nothing in here.
it presents a good first impression, and there's a lot of concise world building in the incidental details along the way. Alright, so we got a trophy.
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still.
Let's see, what do we got here?
Nah, I'm not that hungry. I'm not sure when I got this out of the machine. It's still soggy though.
So yeah, it's pretty basic point-and-click adventure stuff. Right-click looks at stuff, left-click interacts.
It may take up the entire bathroom, but this still is totally worth it. By
So, yeah.
growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again, unless something like this happens.
So basically, nanotech is far enough along that we're able to cook it up in our own homes. And you saw from the mention of gray goo situations that there is the possibility of this stuff growing out of control, but so far at least it hasn't been a problem that requires a government response. So you end up with situations like this where just random users can make it out of stuff they have in their home. Alright. Gaping black chute dominating the food machine's top half is where used trays and cutlery are deposited for recycling. Materials are melted down and vacuum formed into new utensils every time you order a meal. Some places use metal utensils, but down here in the poor blocks it's all just plastic. Apartment's food machine, which pipes your infrequent meals straight into your home in semi-solid form. Your machine's been broken for a while, but you haven't noticed. You've been too busy trancing. Yeah, the use of trance as the term for being online is very fitting, since it's kind of this full 3D experience. And you're essentially gone from the... You're physically still in the real world, but your mind is elsewhere. Anyway, let's see...
Guess I'm not as strong as I thought. I'm not getting out this way.
Alright, can't get out through the grate. What about up
The
here?
vent cover above the door. It lets the air in and keeps the vermin out. I can't get a grip to open it. Not like I could fit through there anyway.
Alright, well... let's at least get some grub while we're here. Alright. So... protein surprise, E168 nutrient complex, sucrogelatin nutrient complex, sucrogelatin complex. Let's see what we got here. So the plastic dispenser is full, no metal here, unfortunately. But let's see what we can get. Let's head the protein surprise, why not? We've had a long day playing Cyber Counter-Strike. Food tray obligingly pops from the machine's serving slot, completely empty. Pipes must be blocked again.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Memory eject, memory cartridge, interesting. Trying to refresh my memory here. I have some idea of how we get out of the room, and I'm trying to remember the opening steps here. Let's see... okay. Safety, unable to produce metal utensils due to danger of harm.
Hey,
Right.
we're not children! How's the suicide rate?
Yeah, it's real inconvenient, isn't it? All those other people killing themselves. Anyway, let's poke at this thing. You remove the gelatinous clump of semi-organic wetware you've been cultivating in the still. Looks like it's grown enough to be usable by now. Alright, let's see what we got here.
It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
Alright, so I think what we do... I remember we used the food machine somehow. I'm just trying to remember... oh, I think I remember now. We take the card out, like so. And plug the wetware in. Alright, feel a flow of new data as your wetware inveigles itself. I'll have to look that up, and I didn't know that was weird. Into the food machine systems. So now we can interface with the machine wirelessly. So let's cancel. Now we go back into trance. While we don't have a network connection to the outside world, you basically use this when you want to interact with machines wirelessly. So yeah, connection to food machine. And this is kind of a nice, consistent mechanic.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to THB Foods Auto Meal Suite.
Persuade someone to do something by means of deception or oh, that's what it means. Okay, nice. Alright. So who are you?
Who are you, and what are you doing in my food machine?
Hi, I'm Chefy.
We already had this bit.
I'm the voice of your food machine. I'm here to help you make the most of your machine and all the delicious possibilities. And if there's trouble, I'm here to help you out.
THE Foods really getting their mileage out of their marketing budget. Alright, let's see. What can you make?
What kind of things can you make?
Using THE's patented and proven protein fiber synthesis reserve system, I'm able to whip up some of the tastiest treats you've ever had.
Like?
Just you wait. Before you know it, you'll be having the most cost-effective food you've ever tasted.
Isolate the
You're
important
dodging
word
the
in that
question.
sentence.
My recipe books are always getting bigger. My best friends.
New
at
fancy word you need to move this
THE
month
always
somehow.
come
The
up
more
with
you know,
great
Grace. Exactly.
new ideas. Everything from protein surprise to Nutri-Blood casserole.
Ugh.
Don't be like that. Give them a try.
Okay. Right, what about trays and forks?
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Haven't you been eating with us for years?
Humor me.
THE's food machines have self-contained vacuum formers to recycle utensils. Just put your tray back in the machine when you're done with it.
Alright, why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
It
All
might
right,
be
just a sec.
dangerous. At the request of,
Newton Civic Housing Services.
you've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want
Emergency
something
food
stronger,
reference is
like
appropriate
steel?
here.
That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
getting a
not
Flight
trying to.
Paimon vibe from her.
I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
Kind of an AI version here. Okay, how do I shut you off?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you like me? I just want to make sure you're eating right.
So, you object to me smashing you open?
It takes some pretty serious damage to do that. I'm tough. Only qualified THE systems technicians can get me open.
Looks like messing with
I'm
your
right into the
software is my
Nuka-Cola
best
bots from Fallout 3, which had to say the jingle every time they announced the company name. Anyway,
bet. Ciao.
Bye!
so yeah, we need to mess with this thing in order to dispense something we can actually use.
No, I'm not storing that in my brain.
If I
Not
recall-
unless I want to wake.
If I recall right, we can use this in some sense. Badly disguised virus package designed to trick the gullible into opening it. Might steal info, force you into a botnet, or just wreck systems for the hell of it. Normally, you wouldn't even come close to downloading it. Let me see. Memory block. Alright, I think we could use this. Ah, perfect. Now we log out. Time to mess with the company, jingle, let's say. Alright. Now, dispense something useful.
Hey,
okay?
we're not children. How's he?
Yeah, we unfortunately can't make metal stuff yet, but let's see what happens when we order something. Okay, all our utensils are 100 recycles. Ah, right. We gotta put the tray and fork back in. Actually, I think we have to throw this in there too. Thinks for a moment, then displays a message. Okay. Unable to produce metal utensils due to danger of harm. Please
Hey, we're not. How's he?
get admin permission. Right. So I think that's what I gotta do. Now, with the virus planted, we go back into trance, and I think we can finagle our way to admin access.
Hi, I'm Chefy. You're.
Yep. Let's see. Will the machine work without you?
Will the machine work without you?
If I have an accident, the machine will continue to dispense. We don't want you starving in an emergency now, do we?
Right. Okay. Alright, that
Ciao.
didn't do it by itself. Clearly there's something else we gotta do first. Oh, wait. I think now that it's been reloaded, I have to change the dispenser settings. But essentially, yeah, we're getting a metal implement that we can use to get a vent open. Or get the floor grate open. Alright.
Hey, how's he?
Let's see. Eject memory cartridge. Was there something else we need to do first? Oh, nope, that just gives us the food tray. Completely
Hey,
empty.
exposed fiber optics everywhere. If I keep randomly cutting cables, I'm going to end up electrocuted eventually.
Now, to my knowledge, there's no way to bork yourself like is possible in various Sierra games. There's not too much... It's not too bad in terms of pixel hunting. It'll usually be fairly obvious what you can interact with in the room. But the puzzle solutions do start getting obtuse later on. And this at least has a very clear goal, and we work backwards from there to find out how to execute on that. So, believe we download something else that makes a slightly more... Hang on a second. Actually, we might not get additional email. Let's see. Refresh inbox. Right. Unable to connect. Damnation. No, we got the virus. In danger of harm, please consult your auto meals AI for further information. Alright, I think we gotta talk to her about metal items. And, that should give us a way forward. Hey, Pecco, good to have you here. Yeah, this is a point-and-click adventure game. We are essentially Hacker Lady, and we are stuck in our room. This is normally something we wouldn't mind so much, but now we're starting to get suspicious. Anyway, why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal?
It might be dangerous at the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
you, but
Yeah.
isn't...
But what if I want something stronger? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
Yeah, we are dealing with a kind of Deus Ex future. In the sense that there's been some significant changes to the political structure of the real world. Like, the setting of this game is a futuristic city somewhere in... I forget exactly where. I don't know if they specified it. Somewhere in Africa. But there's been some implication that there's civil war in the U.S. There's been, like, low-level nuclear exchanges here and there. A lot has happened. Anyway, how do I shut you off?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you? I just want to make sure.
So you object to me
Hacker can't even
smashing
get
you
out of the
open?
room.
It takes some pretty serious
Quite.
damage. Only qualified.
Looks like messing with your software is my best bet then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're...
Ciao.
Bye.
Yeah, Latha's hacking skills are somewhat not... are somewhat not in evidence yet. Gets a little more impressive once we get out of here, but we are up against an outside context problem. Normally we don't want to leave the room. Now we do. Here, let's eject the memory. We're on the right path with the memory block, but we need to do something else to it. Let's see.
I've had to live off your crap for 2 years now. It's bland, and it feels like runny puke. I have trouble swallowing, and every mouthful makes starvation that little bit more appealing.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any of our new recipes recently? Let's look for some. Oopsie! It looks like I can't connect. Don't worry, you can always use the memory cards in the machine to upload delicious new recipes.
Uh-huh. Alright, what's on your recipe
What's on
card
your
right
recipe
now?
card?
Oh, okay, this
On
is
the
it.
menu today.
I got it. We get...
Uh-oh, looks like I'm so...
Some master chef you are.
If you can find some...
Yep. Now I get it.
Ciao.
We have to get her to read the memory card, and that will give us access. Expanding the factory to meet the needs of the expanding factory, huh? Good on ya. Yeah, I need to play the expansion for Factorio. I'm actually kind of surprised to see it get content this deep in. I do like that you're going to other planets to get resources and sending them back to your main planet, which implies that you have space travel, which is the point of the game. But yeah, Factorio's fun.
Hi!
Alright, here we go. What's on your recipe card now?
What's on your recipe card now?
I see there's some new recipe data.
Here we
It
go.
looks like...
Apparently whatever virus was writing that T-mail is doing some damage. You don't look so good.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Sounds more like you need someone to put you out of your misery.
Alright, now then. Let's see.
You don't look so good.
I'm a chef.
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
Yeah, this is getting weird fast. Okay.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Not while I'm a boss.
Creepy.
Will the machine work without you? What? That doesn't really answer my question.
Yeah, you get the idea. Now we should be able to switch to metal implements, and that will give us what we need to get out. Damn it.
Hey, we're lousy.
Huh. Maybe I have to hassle her some more. Actually, wait. Oh, wait. We gotta put the trophy in. Damn it!
Hey, we're lousy.
Alright. Clearly we need root access. Back online, Latha. Time to privilege escalate. That's it, yeah. Yeah, how do I shut you
How
off?
would I stop you stopping me?
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you stopping me?
Oh, you're a snake. Dance.
Huh. Alright. Let's see. What about the trays and
How do I
forks?
get trays and cutlery?
Fork.
Yes?
Trays.
Interesting. Door panel.
Still not work? Apparently I can't just wait for the problem. The panel by the door also controls the apartment's net connection, call system, and thermostat. If you could get inside it, you might be able to set off an emergency unlock.
Alright. What if... Do we put wetware in here? A connection, better check a trans hub to see if it can give you any... Oh, wait, hang on a second. I remember now. Use wetware connected to the door panel. This also has an AI system. Alright.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Fantastic. Who are you?
Who are you?
I am the defender, the guardian, the knight. No threat shall dare intrude upon thy domain while I stand watch.
I appreciate
name?
that
I do not wish to trouble my lady with such minute details.
he doesn't
So,
look like a
this
suit of...
night, then.
Whatever thy will, milady.
He doesn't look like a suit of armor so much as just metal that's been sculpted into a body somehow. Like he's got a six-pack on there. This is like an animated suit of armor that for some reason has little peg legs. This is some freaky ass design here. Anyway, why are you a knight?
What's with the knight in shiny armor routine?
Who is better suited to the role than a loyal defender of the realm?
Okay, now tell me properly.
My lady, thine own.
Out of character.
Following managerial reformation of Sentinel systems, the company's theme was shifted to a feudal design.
Fantastic. Alright, can you let me out?
The door seems to be stuck. Can you do anything about that?
Attempting to operate door drive systems. Attempt 2. Attempt 3. It would appear the machinery of the door itself has become fatigued. The terminus is unable to compel activity on the door's part itself. The safety unlock would doubtless serve you well at this juncture.
Can you use the safety unlock?
I'm afraid I cannot. It must be unlatched physically.
So, where is it?
It lies behind the terminal. With sufficient armament, mayhaps thou shalt reach it.
Gee, thanks.
Right. Anyway, Sheffy's sick.
I think Sheffy the chef's come down with something.
The steward harbors a blight? Zounds! This shall not be allowed to continue. Foul harbinger! There are grave accusations of treason upon your head, steward. Stand and face me. We shall see what trial by combat makes of you.
I'm sorry, I don't crave
Have at thee!
Well, that takes care of her.
Alright. Now we should be able to access the machine. And get some metal implements. Alright. Trophy goes in a hole. Out comes implements. Beautiful. Alright. Now we use that on the door panel.
Got it.
This definitely wouldn't cause problems. We're about to have much bigger problems. So yeah, whoever they were, they wanted to ice some random girl that is seemingly nobody of importance. Now we flash back to 20 hours earlier, gonna find out exactly what's going on.
This is it. Animus Organics. You think Central's right on this one?
I still don't think an AI, however powerful, could predict a crime like this.
However, if it does help us catch the mindjacker.
Central hasn't exactly been generous with the details. I don't really think we're gonna find anything here. There are other, stronger leads we ought to be chasing.
Right. So this is our other protagonists, the cop duo of Max and Regis. Now for the most part, I like these two. There's some questionable behavior by each, but they make a good pair and we'll play them individually and as a unit at various points. But they've been assigned to an investigation, and if we can find it, as they've discussed, there's an AI that runs the city and acts as kind of a pre-crime thing, where it kind of compiles data and attempts to predict crimes crimes before they happen. So anyway, let's see. They don't give Central's prediction much credibility. You still better investigate. Right. Anyway.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Right. So, I know I totally remember everything about the Mindjacker case, but I'm going to test you. What do you know about it?
I've lost count of the number of times the mindjackers struck.
In Newton or globally?
Oh, just a figure of speech. He's been on the rampage for too long, but now he's in our territory.
Should give us the advantage.
Right.
At least we've managed to link the previous mindjackings to one suspect.
It's the MO. Historically, mindjackers have used some kind of external gear. They use another system to extract, before storing it in their own neural tissue.
So they'd need a terminal.
Which is usually how we catch them. It's conspicuous.
But are mindjackers not behaving the same way?
No. His tools appear to be built into his own bodily wetware system. Some kind of resonance imager in his body, maybe.
Whatever it is, it's less invasive as well.
Exactly. His victims suffer massive hemorrhages, but no external injuries. State of the art, but a dead giveaway.
Right. So basically, all that Technobabylon means is we're after a serial killer who extracts data from people's minds, killing them in the process. There's more about this character, but if you've ever seen the Denzel Washington movie Virtuosity, that also has Russell Crowe as kind of a composite serial killer, think kind of that, but they killing by pulling in someone else's identity. Essentially pulling the raw information from their brain, hollowing them out in the process. Anyway, what are we doing here?
Animus Organics.
That's what the sign says. They're one of the city's largest computational biotech firms.
What do they make?
Wetware, mostly. Wouldn't be grown here. Probably in Eurofed.
This place is just the offices?
Regional headquarters, Central tells me. Do we know why it predicts the next attack will take place here?
It won't share that with us. Need to know. A high-tech firm like this must have secrets worth something to a mindjacker. So, Central predicted our mindjacker was going to strike here.
You don't trust it?
I just don't understand how it came to that conclusion.
Obviously, we're doing our jobs right. We collect data, which Central interprets. Based on that data, it maps a pattern.
But why isn't it a pattern that we could see?
It's not only us. Central's got all of the city, the whole net to draw on.
But it won't tell us how it's come to the conclusion where the mindjacker will strike. Does it think we can't understand? Is it concealing something?
Just be glad we've got an advantage like Central.
I still don't like it.
So yeah, getting the shape of the cop duo here. One's kind of older and more set in his ways, less trustful of new technology. The other's younger, a little more progressive and willing to accept new developments. But obviously there's more to the city AI Central than there is that meets the eye.
You don't like that Central's predicted this, do you?
It's not how investigations are supposed to be done.
Admit it. You're afraid your job's going to be stolen by machines. Kind of like weavers, factory workers, authors.
Just how old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I just don't like having that key bit of information kept from me.
You need to learn to work with Central. It's not our enemy. It works for us as we work for it.
Keep telling yourself that, Max.
Wetware, huh?
Yeah. Specifically for forming neural connections between systems. The blue stuff. The nanomachines keeping the modern world running.
It's funny. When I think nanomachine, I picture tiny gears and turbines, when really they're just bits of proteins and macromolecules.
They still perform all kinds of mechanical tasks, just smaller.
I guess I'm technically more of an expert in them than you are. I used to make them for a living.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what to do with them anymore. Organic computing, that's my field.
Alright.
Do we have any ideas about our perp?
The fact that he's stealing data straight from living neural wiring is disturbing, but it tells us a couple of important things.
Oh?
Well, previously caught mindjackers have usually burnt out after one or two attacks. Sharing a whole other's brain worth of data is pretty taxing.
So we're looking for someone with a really specialized wetware setup in their heads. Pity that won't tell us what they look like.
The other problem is how slippery this guy is. Only fragments of appearances on camera, no clear witnesses.
Which means he's either a master of disguise,
or there's some pretty high-up collusion to hide him. That wouldn't surprise me if he were a business hire.
Still, after this many hits, he may start to slip.
Even if it's just his psyche breaking.
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Alright, in we go.
Hey, anyone there?
Doesn't look like anyone's around.
Hey!
Animus must be one of those places that doesn't keep staff working nights. Very strange.
Yeah, with the door wide open. Interesting. Alright, here we go.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized, then.
Oh! Someone just had a hard drive crash.
What the
Ha But, yeah, hell of a timing on that. Man is the victim of a long drop. But from where and why?
What'd you find?
A security card. This man was
I like that we
custodial
just grab a
staff,
key card
janitor.
straight from this guy.
Probably not our mindjacker's target, then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find out what's going on here.
I go where I'm needed, Gren.
I can't find anything else useful on him. Lau, your opinion? Max, knock that off.
Sorry. Well, he was
Yeah, I like
definitely
that she
killed by
did
the
that
fall.
for no
Thanks.
reason.
Real helpful.
No, I mean he wasn't mindjacked. He doesn't have the same neuropathy associated with it.
So maybe Central was wrong.
There's still a body, though. We need to find out what's going on.
Yeah, there's clearly a crime in process here, Regis. Let's stay focused. Just because it's not necessarily our guy doesn't mean it's not
elevator's
worth
locked.
busting. Yeah. Use the key card, buddy. Oh, that's right. We got this thing here. Okay, Sail Issue Traveler. I think this gives us... this is our user interface here. Alright. Case file. Alright. Class 4 information larceny with composite harm to health of individual targets, i.e. mindjacking. Case officers assigned, Regis, Dr. C, primary, Lau, Dr. M, secondary. For some reason, these guys, the police in this city, have doctor as a title. In Regis's case, he was formerly a doctor. He mentioned that he worked on nanotech before, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case for Lau. So I think it's just kind of a weird stylized thing that implies they have some degree of education more than you'd expect to beat police. Anyway, beginning in March of 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton. Using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware, the data contents of individual victims' brains are being destructively removed with fatal consequences to the targets. Victims to date, 18 in Newton, unknown global total. Identity of perpetrator, not known. Subject appears exceptionally skilled at infiltration, may have inside help from a larger sponsor. That's basically what Max was saying. Case specialists Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on Mindjacker's activity, including investigation of latest targets for analysis by Central. Right. So yeah, if we wanted to, we could call home to base with more information. Laser, paper, stone. I think that's just a fun little minigame. Alright. Might as well read the news while we're here. Alright, continuing a long-standing process of standardization, Parliament of the European Federation, EF, has today ratified the uptake of the metric time across the 64-member union. The measure, signed into law by EF Prime Minister Jacqueline Santini at 6:52:80, 15:40 p.m., is planned to be rolled out over the course of the next 4 years. Under the scheme, measure of the time of day is to be divided into 10 hours, each with 100 minutes made up of 100 seconds. See, this is the kind of heresy that only Europe could cook up. Alright, something, blah, 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 European politics. Has metric time, measurement of a day to periods of 10, should be more accurately known as decimal time. See what I'm talking about as far as world building? They put a lot of effort into incidental details here, and you don't necessarily need this to proceed, but if you poke around the world, there's quite a bit of readables and things to find more information about. Alright. Dry, outbreaks of rain later this evening. Ultraviolet index, 7 to 8. Use SPF 30+ and wear protective clothing. So yeah, it's implying that there's problems with the ozone layer again. A day and night for staying indoors. Fantastic. Alright. Now we can proceed.
It's unlocked floor 26 for us.
Must be where its owner was working.
Up we go. I think the janitor would have full access to the building. Although maybe it's one for a specific division or something. Well, I think I found out where our guy fell from. Oh!
Damn it all.
Burns all around the planar nodes and his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here. To the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again.
Yeah, there's stuff over here to poke first. Alright, unanswered messages. Hell yeah! Alright, just Dorset, Atwood Roy. Felipe, news, huh? Alright.
Hello, this is Philippe. I am away on assignment at the moment for 1 month. If you wish to leave me a message, you can do so after the beep, or if you have a story...
Yeah. How do we... Shows unanswered messages. I thought there was a way to call this dude's voicemail. Let's try a few. Alright. Arctis Dorset.
Hello? Do you know what time it is?
Sorry, wrong number.
I think we have to know who to talk to first. What's this? Okay, oh, here we go. Roy Atwood, HR Operations Manager. Must be who's in charge of this floor. Atwood, Roy. Oh, right. Now I remember. I think we need a reason because the door doesn't necessarily open. Yeah, I see the keypad over there.
His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
If the mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data. See if it can flag anything.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago.
The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor. Didn't want any witnesses.
He probably didn't mean to send him out the window either.
Well, let's push some stuff. No 0, let's just say 451. Okay, that's not gonna work.
This keypad must be to stop people.
It's old-fashioned, but effective. Kind of like you.
Hey.
So I think there might be multiple solutions here. I'm gonna save real quick, and we're gonna test something. Alright. If I recall right, you can just shoot this thing.
Better save that for a last resort. If it doesn't work, we might be stuck.
Fair enough. Alright, nope, we gotta do this the convoluted, but understandable way. So what we need, I think, locked with biometric security, active terminal. Oh, here we Alright, from Roy Atwood, the roof. There's a time and a place for the trance, and it's not up on the roof. Yes, it's private, but it's also extremely dangerous. Therefore, management's asked me to keep the roof access locked unless it's an emergency. FYI, trance cravings do not count as emergencies. Seriously, Avery, you're great at your job, but you need help. Okay, Animus CR. Management of Animus Organics would like to remind colleagues not to make statements to the press regarding product safety. An investigation into recent high-profile exponential wetware growth, or gray goo, accident is underway and will be released when completed. Okay, central to Avery Gerbach. Please be aware that tomorrow's midday UV exposure index is expected to be peak at 8. Your genetic background indicates a propensity to melanoma. Please take extra care in order to maintain long-term health. So, yeah. Central is literally a big brother situation and knows basically everything about everybody in the city. Alright. Salman Katoub. I might have mangled that, I apologize. But anyway, hey man, I just want to say, big grats on the engagement. She's a really swell gal. I know you guys are going to go happy. Oh god, of course the guy just got engaged. She's 2 days to retirement or whatever, and now this happened. Fantastic. Anyway, Roy, need your help with something.
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
What? I mean, what's happened?
Alright. So... Right, we have dialogue options here. So yeah, there's been some trouble at your office.
We're investigating a serious incident in your workplace. I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, Nuke, what happened?
Let's see...
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. We need access to the roof stairwell in your office.
Wait, how do I know you're really a Cell agent? I can't just give out the code to anyone.
Huh. Options.
This is a serious incident, Mr. Atwood. Time is slipping away, and a serial killer might be as well.
What? Really?
We need your assistance to bring him in.
Wait a sec. Serial killers in the Animus office? Gerbach, this is real unprofessional of you.
Huh?
Come on, I know you didn't want to work tonight, but there's a reason you're not allowed up on the roof. You almost had me, but pretending to be a Cell agent, that's desperate.
Damn.
Okay, this is one of my least favorite puzzles. It's when you have to go through the dialogue options again and again until you find the right combination. The problem is it's a little unrealistic that the conversation could just start from scratch. Like, we'll do this again. Color block. Oh, shit. Alright, that didn't help. Okay, so maybe they did avoid that. Huh. Well then. Lock terminal, huh? Okay, so I think... Actually, oh, okay, now I remember. Now, because we screwed that up, this is the fallback solution. Now I think we can
This door is really starting to get on my nerves.
You can zap the pad and this gets it open.
Don't worry, I think I get where you're coming from.
So yeah, if we did it right...
Who says brute force never solves anything?
Not me, that's for sure.
If we did it right on the phone, we would get the code from there. But if not, that's how we solve the puzzle. Okay, so that's actually a little bit better than I remember.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
A common dialogue puzzle is to have you loop the dialogue over and over until you select the correct option.
The Mind Jacker!
Anyway.
Freeze! Cell agents!
Damn it! He's got a real gun. Now what?
Lay down your weapon and put your hands above your head.
Yeah,
Does that ever work?
Sometimes. It was worth a try.
Yeah, he's not listening, Regis. Blast him.
The only way off this rooftop is down. Either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. What?
What?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Oh, god damn it.
What? He had lifting gear?
He's escaping by aerostat.
Yeah, he activated the
Our
jetpack
mindjacking
sheet.
suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Belcorp officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke it. We were so close.
Ah, damn it. Why can't we have jetpacks? This is unfair. Yeah, it's such an evil bad guy movie. Exactly, yeah, it's classic. It's so goofy that it kind of works, I think.
Max!
What? Huh?
Were you sleeping on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case report.
We were so close. Have you found the aerostat he escaped to?
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time. And no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so. Something's going on here.
So, yeah, the all-powerful AI that runs the city has an obvious backdoor someone is using. Fantastic. Way to go, City of Newton, for handing everything over to something with an obvious exploit. Max, you got any thoughts on this?
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
So what do we do now?
Got any ideas where we can look next?
I thought you were supposed to be the lead on this case. We could look into that other lead. What was his name?
Gil Vanderwall?
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind.
I'll contact him and see if he's more open to persuasion. He might cooperate if you're not there threatening him with physical injury.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool felon.
Physical violence has been working with us so far.
Help us.
All right. See what you can do.
Looks like we found our latest casualty.
Damn it. Why him, though?
I was wondering the same thing. We're assuming the mindjacker's a data thief. The usual MO would be to target valuable info he can sell on the black market.
But this guy, he was an HR administrator.
Apparently a very good one, but not the kind who'd be let in on company secrets.
We'll just have to ask the mindjacker when we catch him. Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
So yeah, if you were paying attention, the mindjacker was also the person speaking in the intro about Latha before the bombing.
Trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she said.
So yeah, the cases are connected. These characters just don't realize that yet. Now, okay, a number of cables run directly into the building's electrical and data flow systems from Lau's desk. Apparently her customized wetware gear sometimes requires tremendous resources. She doesn't care how many of the building's technicians complain about her pulling floors open. Alright, let's explore. Alright. Tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions. Looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in the office. Rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government. Alright. You don't mind Santiago, but you aren't too keen on Preston. Everything he says or does seems to be a slavishly obedient attempt to stay in the line with Central. Not even Central cares that much. Alright. Time to do some old-fashioned detectiving. Actually, hang on a second. Is there any new information? Alright, no. Huh. Doesn't look like it. Alright, that's a detention cell. Hey, buddy. What's your story?
They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid.
So yeah, Latha glossed over this, but basically we're far enough in the future that it's possible for viruses, computer viruses, to infect human beings, and that's essentially what's happening here.
Kid, you alright?
So really getting that, like, many flavors of cyberpunk dystopia in this world. That, I think, is one of the game's strengths, is that the setting is rather imaginative. It's playing with some standard cyberpunk themes and tropes, but it's kind of taking a salad bar approach to it, mixing several different strains of futurism gone wrong.
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
It is something that feels a little more unique. Anyway, let's take the elevator here. Hey, alright. So we can just go places. Alright, so if we want, we can revisit the scene of the crime. We can go to a balcony here. I think there's some plot significance. Let's go to this location first.
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes. Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
Not even having to glance for a moment, these words are etched into memory deeper than anything else. Victia Regis, beloved wife, friend to all that lives. 11 August 2034, 2 January 2067. So yeah, his wife's been dead for 20 years, and it still weighs heavily on him. Think not of us as engineers, but as artists. This is also telling us that she too was an engineer, and they may have been involved in the same project. In fact, that might have been how they met. Better not move it, it's where it ought to be.
It took a lot of work to make, but it was worth it. This engineered tree is the kind of memorial I think she'd appreciate.
So yeah, this tree is artificially made, as he points out, but still comes off as natural given the setting. And maybe... I forget the exact state of the world, but I believe there are areas where stuff just does not grow anymore because of nuclear exchanges and various wars that have happened. The Earth is not in a good place right now. It's not full-on apocalyptia, but in some parts of the world it's pretty close. Alright. I think we're meant to go back to the crime scene and look around a bit more. Actually, I think we go up to the roof. Hey, buddy. Alright. Corpseman appears uncomfortable standing too close to the body. He'll be the kind of agent who's more tour guide than police officer, here to reassure citizens rather than to resolve crimes. So I leave the actual investigation to case officers like yourself and Lau.
Yes, Doctor.
Carry on, Corpseman.
Alright.
The elevator's locked.
Ah, damn it. Did we... of course. Ah, gave away the key card. Is there anything else to select here? It doesn't look like it. Dangerous to go digging through the wreckage.
I always make...
Body lies here, unmoved since your earlier visit. Central must want someone more skilled than the corpseman to handle it. Alright. Alright, so nothing we can do there. So this is another common issue with adventure games, where you are trying to figure out what the next goal should be. And you're in a situation where you can kind of look around and explore. And on the one hand, I do like being able to explore and figure things out, but on the other hand, lacking a specific direction can be an issue and make you wonder what exactly you're supposed to be doing. Because Max did mention possibly calling someone else, so is the solution to wait for her to do that? Or am I meant to do something specific to move the plot along? Let's use my own terminal. There we go. Ah. Victia and Charlie, May 2066. Let's see. It's the case file, right? There we go, email. Alright, your legacy. Null. It is very important that you download and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible. Tell no one. Lives depend on it. Oh boy. Well, again, this violates all principles of information security, so of course we're going to download this suspect attachment and run it. Download the data package to your traveler. You're unsure who this might be. An informant, perhaps? God almighty. Regis, you cannot be this gullible. You're an experienced case officer.